How is it going everybody, Mr. Android here. Welcome back to a brand new video on this channel. Well, Apple has just released the much awaited iOS 26 and I was able to install the first developer beta on my iPhone 16 Pro. So I thought why not go ahead and compare the latest and greatest iOS 26 with one of the most popular Android skin, that is the One UI. I have got my Galaxy S25 Plus here and it is currently running the latest One UI 8 beta. Guys, it's gonna be a really interesting video where we will find out how the One UI 8 stacks up against the all new iOS 26. So stay tuned and watch this video until the very end. Also, let's aim for at least 1000 likes on this one. With that said, drop a like, leave a comment and let's get started. As you guys might already know, the iOS 26 is heavily inspired by the liquid glass design. So you're definitely gonna see a lot of transparent design elements throughout the UI, which might look very interesting and cool at first. But how it's gonna affect your day-to-day experience is what actually matters. And the best possible comparison with Android has to be the Samsung's One UI, which is the most popular Android skins right now. So starting things with the lock screen, when we long press and go to the customization page on iOS 26, we've got all the clock faces which were already present on iOS 18. But what's new here is this brand new glass option that basically adds a really cool glass effect to the clock, and it can be applied on any clock face you choose. Not only this, when you select the first tile, it even gives you the option to resize and adjust the clock depending on your wallpaper. So you can make the clock as big as you want, but it only works for the first option. I really like this resizable clock option, and especially when you're using any depth effect wallpaper, this thing actually looks really good. So the next change is we now have the option to move the widgets right at the bottom of your screen. You can move and place all your widgets at the top or bottom like this. And the last change I notice is this all new redesigned shortcuts that has this nice glass effect. Now coming to the Samsung's One UI, we already have the option to resize the clock, but you can also freely move it anywhere you want on the lock screen. You can simply drag and place the clock wherever you want to without any restrictions. And there are plenty of beautiful clock faces you can choose, including some nice animated clock styles as well. Guys, I'm only trying to compare the default options and settings here without the inclusion of Good Lock application, because once we install Good Lock on Samsung phones, then there is literally no comparison at all. Now coming to the One UI lock screen, we also have this all new suggestion feature that provides you with some beautiful lock screen suggestions with the help of AI. This might be helpful for someone who doesn't have enough time to customize their smartphones. Now I quickly wanted to show you how the notifications appear on both the lock screens. With iOS 26, we now have this glass effect added to the notifications, which might look really cool at first, but honestly it is actually difficult to read or view anything with this glass effect. Currently I have applied the dark wallpaper on my phone, so it may look slightly better, but trust me, when you set any light wallpaper, then it's gonna be very difficult for you to view or read any notifications on the lock screen. Whereas on One UI, we do not have any such issue, as all the notifications are neatly organized in this card style layout with a light or dark background. So everything looks clean and neat on One UI 8 without any clutter. Now coming back to iOS 26, the same exact problem of readability can be found in many places. For example, if I open the control center, we've got this new transparent design, but the problem is you can clearly see what's in the background, making it look like a cluttered compared to previous version. Now coming to One UI 8, we've got this gorgeous looking control center with some nice blur in the background, and there is a clear separation between the quick settings and other elements in the background. I think the One UI 8 control center is way better compared to iOS 26, not only in terms of design but also the visibility as well. Next, let's talk about the home screens. If I unlock my phone, I think the iOS 26 has slightly more bouncy animations compared to iOS 18, and honestly, I kind of like all the new subtle animations they added with iOS 26. When I swipe up to unlock my phone, you can see this beautiful glass effect that looks absolutely stunning. Similarly, when I swipe from the left side to see all my notifications, we get this beautiful liquid glass effect. Guys, we have these liquid glass animations all across the UI, even inside these stock applications, and I think they have done a great job with these little animations. Well, I'm planning to make a separate video showing all the iOS 26 animations and compare them with other Android skins, so stay tuned for that. Now coming back to the home screen, the first thing you're going to notice is that we have got slightly different app icons, and it looks like it has a glass filter applied over them. even you get the same effect for third-party icons as well. But what's even more exciting here is when you press and hold, tap on edit and then go to customize. Here we have this all new clear icons which they added in iOS 26. This will make all your app icons and widgets completely transparent, and you need to have a perfect wallpaper in the background to make the app icons and widgets pop on your screen. Again, you cannot use any light wallpaper for this because it will make all your icons and widgets fully disappear, and you will have a lot of visibility issues with this transparent setup. But the good thing is that it is still optional, and whenever you want, you can go back to the normal icons and widgets by just going into customization and then select light or dark icons depending on your wallpaper. Now talking about One UI, even Samsung has recently redesigned all their icons, and I think they look much better compared to previous One UI version. Apart from this, I also like the enlarge folder option where we can quickly open any application without having to open the folder first. In iOS, even though we have something similar in the form of app library, we still do not have the option to enlarge or resize folders like we have on One UI 8. Samsung has also introduced the vertical app drawer with One UI 7, and it even lets you to choose between the horizontal or vertical app drawer. So I like how they have provided some useful customization features, unlike the iOS 26 which has all new transparent icons and widgets that doesn't make any sense to me. But still, if you want to try these transparent icons on your Samsung or any other Android phone, you can install some third-party icon packs from the Play Store and easily get this transparent look on your phone. Overall, I think Samsung is definitely way ahead in terms of features, customizations, and after the iOS 26, I would say they are also ahead in terms of aesthetics and overall design. On top of all this, if you install the Good Lock app on your Galaxy phone, you can literally customize each and every element, including the animations too. So I think One UI 8 is still far better compared to iOS 26, and definitely I would choose any Samsung phone running One UI 7 or One UI 8 over the iOS 26. You guys let me know in the comment section whether you like the liquid glass design of iOS or you still prefer Samsung's One UI. And if you guys like this video, then be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I am Mr. Android, and I'll see you guys in the next one.